Go. Powered by Riverside.
What's up, everybody?
World? This is the Ant and CJ Show, episode
That's right.
5. Ant, you dirty bastard, how are you?
Chilling. Keeping it nice and clean. You know how it is.
It's a nice hat.
Shout out to Kiff.
All right, you dirty fuck. Is it once a hoe, always a hoe? Or do you at one point shed your hoe-ness?
Ooh. That's a good one.
You know how alcoholics go to Alcoholics Anonymous and even after 40 years of not having a drink, they still consider themselves alcoholics?
That's
like, if
true.
you haven't been a hoe in 20 years, are you still a hoe? Are you a hoe in recovery?
You're a reformed hoe.
Is there a Hoes Anonymous somewhere that we should be in?
Potentially.
We should figure that out. If it's anywhere, it's in Vegas.
You think?
Where else would it be?
I feel like if it was in Vegas, hoe-ness doesn't die in Vegas.
That's a good point, too.
That shit just lives on and continues.
That's a good point.
Cool, in Vegas.
Yeah, they're retirement homes or brothels.
Like, you can go get yourself 90-year-old vagina if you wanted. That's disturbing as that sounds.
Shout out to the Gilfs. That sounds like an amazing birthday. Speaking of birthdays, yours is coming up.
What's up?
Have anything special planned?
Nothing yet.
We'll revisit that closer to your birthday. But yeah, I've prepared something for you.
Oh, Lord. I'm concerned.
You should be concerned.
I promise.
You being concerned shows that you're a lot smarter than you look.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, I look pretty smart.
Right. So, all right. So, tell me, like, when you are first meeting a girl, right? And you on your smooth ladies man shit, like, what is your ideal first date when you, like, take girls out? Because apparently we can't do Cheesecake Factory anymore.
Well, fuck's sake, we can't do Cheesecake Factory. You think I listen to the Shade Room?
I guess women, I guess the Shade Room has made it so that we can no longer do Cheesecake Factory. Apparently, Red Lobster is trash.
Quite honestly,
like, how come I didn't get the memo that Red Lobster was trash? I love Red Lobster.
Red Lobster's always been trash. Their biscuits are just fire. That's it.
Their biscuits are fire, but since when is Red Lobster trash?
Well, what?
Am I trash?
Might be. I don't know.
Damn.
You dress like a trash bag today.
Damn. Yeah, shooting Bowser flames. I ain't even do nothing to you.
I think it really depends. You got to get to know the girl. You have to have a conversation with her. See what are her interests. Then you plan it from there.
You're planning the first date, though. So what's your spot? Like, what's your move? What's your go-to, like, your place? Where's your spot? Pause, because that sounds wild.
First of all, there is no exact spot in which you have on a rotation that you're going there every other week or every other month that you're on a different date.
Oh, see,
it's simply
me and you don't act the same. That's what this is. Me and you don't act the same.
There's levels to this shit.
And are you on a higher or lower level than myself?
Potentially higher. You're a calculated move.
Fuck you. Because I have a go-to spot.
Why?
I have a go-to spot, yeah.
Okay.
Taco Mac.
Taco Mac? What the fuck is Taco Mac?
Something simple. Go and get some wings. Go and get some, a burger or some tacos or something like that. Something light. Good drinks. Pretty strong drinks. I already know what I'm going to go in there and order.
So you got the rewards card too?
I don't have a rewards card to a restaurant. No. I know that there was a fat joke in there too, motherfucker.
Not at all, Rod Wave.
I'm I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get a couple of Long Islands. Like that's my bag. That's my shit. Get a couple of Long Island iced teas.
That's been your shit since forever, bro.
Bro.
You need a new drink.
No. I'm gonna spend $13 on a drink that has 8 different types of liquor in it. I'm gonna get fucked up, and then everybody else is gonna have a better time because I'm drunk. It works for everyone.
Okay. So you're trying to get slizzard on your first date?
Nah, but it's just I feel like liquor help you to kind of. Normally, when the date sees that you drinking, they'll drink, and it'll help to kind of ease some of that first date tension. They'll be a little bit more cool. They won't be as pressured. They'll be a little bit, a little loosened up. Because I'm going to ask real questions. I want to get to know you, but I want to get to know the shit that other people are not going to ask you. I want to know what kind of disguise you're going to wear if we broke into the zoo to steal a penguin.
You're such a fucking liar.
I need to know.
Such a fucking liar.
No, these are the questions that I ask on the first date.
Oh, yeah. Are they?
Yeah. What's your favorite music video? Not song. I don't give a fuck about what song you like. What's your favorite music video? It's like
if she hits you with Dilemma, Nelly and Kelly Rowland?
That's my shit. See, this is the and I know she gonna fuck.
Why? Why, based off that answer, you know that that's the case?
Because every time I see Kelly Rowland, I want to fuck too.
Well, she said, Shaggy, it wasn't me.
That's my bag too. Because that means she know what it is. That means she already know what it is.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Open up, man.
Yeah, she already know. I'm going to ask the shit that, like, you're not going to get on another first date. It's always going to be some weird kind of off-the-wall shit, some shit that, you are not expecting. Because those regular questions, oh, so what do you do for work? Oh, when's your birthday? Oh, what's your favorite color? You hear that shit all the fucking time. That shit is boring. That shit is stale. And if you single and you moving and you out here and you really dating, like, I have told people my favorite color and birthday and what I do for work multiple times right here in this same booth at Taco Mac. I'm not doing that shit every time. I'm not. So we're going to do this right.
Yeah, you might as well just give money to the restaurant, put your name on the fucking booth at this point.
Just rename the Long Island iced tea and name it after me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Getting you a drink sponsorship.
I've been trying to get this money.
Oh my God.
You ever been on a date and a girl tried to go Dutch?
Yeah.
Do you let her?
Yeah.
You let her pay half the bill, didn't you?
And of course not. Come on.
You fucking lying.
I'm not. Yo. I'm not you.
Oh, no, I never go Dutch. Me and my wife's first date, we went out and I had paid for the meal and stuff and we were leaving and she tried to pay for the parking. And I was like,
Taco Mac?
Nah, we didn't go to Taco Mac.
So that's not your go-to spot. You see?
Nah, it was my go-to spot, but I took a lot of hoes to Taco Mac. I didn't want to. I wasn't gonna take her there. Taco Mac was, that was a different story.
So even if you're in a relationship, you won't let the girl pay.
That's different.
Like at what point, right, of you dating someone or being with someone, do you feel comfortable enough to start letting her at least pay half or pay for something, even if it's just the parking?
For me, by the third date, I know exactly what it is that I'm looking for from you. So it's like by date number 3, I know if I actually want to be with you or if I'm just trying to fuck. So if I'm actually trying to be with you and like we trying to establish like, the do's and don'ts of what our relationship is going to be. Like this is how we're defining what our situation is. Once we start putting definitions on things, then it's like, all right, you could pay half, or you got dinner this time, because now we are kind of a unit. Like now we still individuals, we're still independent, but we're a unit now just because there's a definition for what our relationship is.
Okay.
But if I'm just trying to fuck, we ain't going on dates no way. I ain't taking you out if I'm just trying to smash. Like, you want to come over real quick? I bet. The most I do is send an Uber.
So if you smash on the first date, is there going to be a second date?
Probably not. See, here's the thing. If you let me fuck on the first date, I have to assume you letting other people fuck on the first date. and if that's how you moving, because I think I'm cool. Like, I think I'm good company. I think I'm a smooth dude. You know, I think I'm a nice date.
Yeah, you got the flow rod wave. You got the sensual vocals.
Somebody told me I look like Flo Rida. That would hurt my feelings though.
Oh shit. That's a Flo Rida if he let himself go, like really bad.
Alright, see, that was just mean. That was just really mean and really hurtful, and we didn't even have to do all of that.
So they had them apple bottom jeans.
That hurts me. You look like Benzino.
It's funny. You know what's the difference between me and Benzino though? I got a neck.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't talk. I got big shoulders and no neck myself, so shout out to all of us. Shout out to No Neck Gang.
No Neck Gang. Wow.
It's a few of us out here.
You should get a bumper sticker.
Yeah,
with the No Neck Gang.
You know, get bumper stickers or get something.
Yeah, I'm dead.
We need suit jackets that are specifically designed just for us. Like blazers for people that don't have necks. I'm going to call Rick Ross's people and see what we can do about this. See if we can get something moving.
Dead. Can you wife somebody that lets you smash the first date?
I typically haven't. I don't.
I mean, I haven't either, but I'm just simply saying, like, can you? Would you be willing to overlook that, depending on the female?
In very unique situations, I feel like maybe we really did just go out on this first date and just have the most incredible time. Maybe we just had this A+ date, and the only way for this date to end was for us to fuck this out. Like, maybe that is the case. But I know for a fact when it is that them jokes is not hitting. I know when I'm on a C+ date. So if I bring my C game and I still get the fuck, it's like, all right, you was in it for a meal and some penis.
So now here's the thing, right? Say you had this ultimate great date. Everything's going well. Everything went well. And you feel like the culminating point of this date is just to end it, fucking it out. Where do you go from there? If you've already hit every pinnacle that you can potentially think you could achieve during a date. So date 2, if there is a date 2, are you expecting ass again at the end of it, or are you not?
It depends on the date, really. See, historically, if you let me fuck on the first date, the next date is at Motel 6. We aren't going far.
All places? Motel 6 of all places? Oh my fucking God.
And you could do some wild shit in the Motel 6, and the housekeepers expect it, so they just clean it. Yo. I used to mess with this girl.
What?
We fucked up a Motel 6.
Oh my God.
She was into some things. Scared the hell out of me, but
Did it really?
Did it really? At first, yeah. But then after I saw her in action, I was like, oh shit, you are nasty. And I liked it.
Oh my God.
I like those nasty, depraved girls with issues. Like real issues, like real psychological shit. Like she should maybe be in therapy and she shouldn't be out in public at all.
So essentially you like those girls with daddy issues.
Yeah. I like a little damage. Yeah.
You think you can repair them?
Hell no, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to repair them. But that damage makes easy box. Just slide it right this way, mama.
Now is Easy Box
I'm here for
Quality
you.
Box?
I am here for you. I
Is
am
Easy
here for
Box
you.
Quality Box though?
It most certainly can be. It most certainly can be.
Unless you're her first ever date and she's putting out for the first ever time on the first date.
I don't want to be the first one to break ground. You know how hard Jackie Robinson had it? I'm not trying to be Jackie. I'm not trying to be Jackie. I want that trail to have already been blazed. I don't want to be first. I'm good with being like 6, 7. You know, I want you to have gone through some things.
The foundation to be set already.
Yeah.
The walls and the windows to be installed.
Go through some trauma. Go through some heartbreak. Go deal with somebody who wasn't shit. And by the time you get to me, you're going to sit and think, damn, he ain't that bad. I like him. First, if you fuck on a first date, can you wife it? Is that your thing?
Not particularly, no. It's not my thing. But now, say you've known a person for a long time. You guys have established some sort of relationship, whether a friendship, whatever you want to call it. You've been chasing this person down, then you finally get them to agree to go out on a date with you, or they finally accept that they're willing to go out on a date with you, and then you smash on the first day after everything went well. Then at that point, I would think it's okay to wife. Because there was levels leading up to it. Or do you think that this person is like that with everybody?
It depends on the box. It depends on the box. Because honestly, if I've been chasing for this long, and then it comes to find out that the box is trash, not only have you disappointed me, but now you've wasted my time. You made me feel like I was going to come in and drive a Ferrari for the first time. And you turned out to be a Honda Accord. And that's just really like...
Can you be with somebody that has whack box?
I don't think that I can. Because I am a sexual person. Like, it's just part of me. I'm nasty. I am a freaky boy. I have some real, like, therapeutic issues. I want to fuck. And so it's like, if I'm with you and it's like, we're making this work and we're spending all this, you know, if I am invested in what it is that we have here, and it turns out that the pussy is trash, this isn't going to last for too long. Because what am I supposed to do? Unless you're going to stamp my gold ticket to go and fuck other people.
Constant hall passes.
That's not the kind of relationship that I like.
No, of course
because
not.
If I get to go fuck other people, then fairness would say she gets to do it too.
And that's not a picture you want to have.
Yeah, I don't play that shit.
I mean, it's double standard, right?
I feel like some double standards should apply.
There are a lot of women that would disagree with you.
I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck.
To all our female viewers out there, just remember who it was that made these comments.
Let them come sit here and defend the fact that double standards should not exist. That'd be the same shit when they come talking about WNBA players should make the same. No, y'all shouldn't. Y'all don't generate no jersey sales. So, no, you don't get to make the same.
But in all fairness, do you feel like the WNBA is marketed as much as it should be?
No, because they don't have the money to market nothing because none of their superstars sell no jerseys.
To make money, you have to spend money.
The WNBA is a joke. Here's the thing. This is gonna sound so sexist, and I know the women are gonna be mad. But
I'm sure.
If the WNBA really wants to make some money, turn it into a lingerie league. Play in your bra and panties, and then y'all will generate some money. If that's the thing, if y'all want to generate money and y'all want equal pay and jersey sales and ticket sales and sell out some arenas, turn it into a lingerie league. Because what you have now is less talented, less athletic athletes playing the same sport that I could turn one channel down and watch men play and play better than y'all will ever be able to play. Y'all can't even dunk.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And personal opinion, the WNBA may not be as entertaining as the NBA, right? But when it comes to NCAA, I feel like female college basketball is so much more entertaining than male college basketball.
That's because the college game, you're just looking for competitiveness. At the NBA level, you're looking for competitiveness and individual dominance by the superstars on the team.
Fair.
If you look at the WNBA, even their individual dominance is going to be what? If you ranked all of the greatest basketball players in the history of basketball, men's and women's sports, how many male athletes do you think that you would pass before you got to the first female basketball player? I'm not saying that they can't ball, but just physically, they're not going to be as tall, as explosive, as strong, as vertically inclined as a male athlete. I do believe that there should be more interest in these other leagues, but y'all have to come up with something that makes the league uniquely yours. If you come and try and play the same exact game as the WNBA, it's going to look like it does now, where one game looks really exciting and everybody's looking forward to seeing an NBA game, and the other game looks like a watered down version of this. They automatically setting them up to fail. So give them some sort of gimmick. Give them something that makes their game different. Let them play with a different set of rules. Change the rules up. It doesn't have to be standard basketball, but give them something that makes the game different so that their game isn't based on physicality and great athleticism so that it can be compared to the NBA. Just change something. That's why I said if you make it a lingerie league, they'd be making a hell of a lot of money. And I'm not trying to sound sexist in saying that, but it's just the selling point that has always worked for women, that will always work for women, that will always get men's money is women in it, scantily clad women. The more you take off, the more money these men are going to spend. You want the WNBA to take off and rocket launch into financial success? Change what the jerseys look like. Make the jerseys a little bit shorter and show some belly button. Make the shorts shorter.
We'll see.
That's just business. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Let's just, y'all know where the money is at. Look at OnlyFans.
You don't have to try too hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. Let's give it a couple years. You know who had handles though?
Who?
Juwanna Mann.
Yeah. See. See. Yep. That how soon cut out.
How soon do you think? Before we see a female baseball player?
I hope soon.
You think that they would play in the same league as the men, or you think that they would have their own league? I think it would be a difficult transition for them because you're going from aluminum bats to a wood bat, and we all know that the wood bats are a lot heavier than the aluminum bats would be. But you're also looking at a smaller glove. A softball glove is a lot bigger because of the pocket.
True.
Being designed for a softball. But now you're looking at a smaller glove. So while they're used to playing with a 13 or a 14-inch glove, now you're looking at playing with an 11.5 or 12-inch glove if you're an infielder. If you're an outfielder, it might be an easier transition for you. But in an infield level, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But then it's like if you hit the girl with the fucking ball and you threw at 150 miles per hour or some shit. I mean, nobody's throwing at 150, but if you're throwing at 103 or 104 and you hit her in the fucking back, like, is she going to be able to withstand that pain to the same extent that a male would?
And what about dimensions of the field? Because a lot of outfield walls go 350, 400, 425. I mean, yeah. Are they going to be able to hit a fastball 400 feet?
I mean, it depends. A lot of it depends on the power and the legs. That's one thing that a lot of people have to the misconception about when it comes to baseball, that the power comes from the arms. No, the power in baseball actually comes from the legs.
Yeah.
And everybody that plays baseball can tell you that the one thing that every baseball player works out religiously is their leg strength, because a pitcher pushes off with their leg. It's what increases their speed. And the same way a batter, when you see, and if you look at the way a person swings, they're swinging with their leg. That's why they have their dominant leg dug into the freaking back of the dirt in that batter's box, because that's what they're leveraging, so that their front foot, they're pushing out, and that's what they're hitting the ball with. So it really depends on how strong of the legs a female will have. I don't foresee it being an issue. I think that a woman would be able to dominate in a male sport such as baseball. But is it going to take some time for her to adjust and for her to be able to get into it? Yeah, for sure.
I believe in keeping all the leagues separate.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Would a female MLB or female baseball league or softball league do as well as it would do well on its own, or do well if they incorporated them into an already profitable and already successful league dominated by males?
I think that a women's baseball league financially would do significantly better than the WNBA.
See, I would like to see a female player in the actual MLB surrounded by males.
I would like to see it, but I think she's gonna get her ass bust.
I mean, even if that happens, right? Like, even if that happens, that's something that they're going in there understanding that that's a possibility. But I think that it would be pretty dope to see something of that nature, like combining two genders into one sport and seeing how well it can do. And I think MLB The Show, the video game, is onto something with incorporating females into the league, because they're demonstrating that, you know, it is a possibility, and it is something that is potentially going to happen soon, if not one day. And I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of the regulations and the rules kind of restricting a female from doing it. But then there's also not the market to be able to draft a female into it, because they're playing softball. They're not really playing hardball. So you got to get the women to start playing hardball before you can consider them to go ahead and be drafted into the MLB. Why not allow a female to come in and see just how far the female can get? Look at how, what's her name in San Antonio, the coach. I forgot her name,
Hammond.
but Becky Hammond. Look at how she was on. Look at how she was on the verge of becoming the first female NBA coach. And they didn't give it to her, obviously, because we can be honest, the gender played a big role in whether or not they were going to give it to, and whether they wanted that publicity as to being the first team that gave a female the head coaching job. And then it was going to be all eyes on how this female's team was going to perform. But I mean, it's going to happen. It's potentially getting there. And quite honestly, if you look at the WNBA and the NBA, all right, fine, you say that the WNBA is less entertaining than the NBA is, which is true. It is. But I would like to see there be some sort of incorporation where there's maybe a tournament of some sort, like WNBA versus NBA. Have these teams go out and let's see what actually happens. Bring that competitiveness. Let's see how they play.
So there's two things that I just want to respond to what it is that you said. As far as coaching and Becky Hammond coaching the Spurs, women. The issue with women in the NBA is not that they can't think the game, but it's just being able to compete in the game with people who are almost twice your size. Like it's the physicality that has the biggest gap. Mentally, women could go and be coaches and GMs and all of that stuff in whatever league because they have the mental capacity to do it. That's not what my argument is. But physically, if you put a woman at quarterback and you have a 400-pound linebacker come and hit her, she might die. Physically, it's not the same. That goes for basketball.
All right, but we're not
if you do an NBA versus WNBA game, you essentially have to ask the NBA players to tone down the aggressiveness. They can't give
Essentially,
their
yes.
best
You'd have to.
because,
They would have to tone down the body checking.
and then you're not getting the best quality of basketball that you can get. If I have to go into the game knowing that I can't play at 100% because somebody else might get hurt on the other side, so I can only play at 70, you're going to get 70% of your best result. You're going to get 70% of your best outcome.
What about baseball? What stops a female from being able to be incorporated into baseball?
Baseball as a non-contact sport will probably be the easiest sport for them to settle into and be able to compete. But the dimensions, like I said, the dimensions from home to first base are not going to change. Someone with shorter legs, like a woman, like the average woman, or the average athletic woman, the average athlete woman, her shorter legs compared to the average athlete male is going to automatically give her a disadvantage. If she don't mind playing with that disadvantage, that's perfectly fine. Go in and do your thing. But that's going to drop your batting percentage, and it's you would just be here because you would be a woman on the team.
I think it would surprise us. I think you're a sexist piece of shit.
I think that there's a difference between men and women. And I think that
No,
there should be a difference in the leagues. I think it would be great to see. I think it would be a tough road for her. She would be a trailblazer.
She would be 100%. I mean, and it's gonna be a tough road for any female that breaks into it because you know you're gonna face the scrutiny of the media. You're gonna face the scrutiny of the fans. You're gonna face the scrutiny of the players that are just basically gonna be like, "What makes you good enough to be here next to us?" And then you're gonna have those players that are just looking to fuck. And are going to be complete dogs about the whole situation and are going to be, you know, treating her like just another piece of meat. But, you know, it's going to take a particular type of woman to go ahead and break that barrier and go ahead and push all that shit to the side and be like, I'm going to overcome all of this. It's possible. And I would actually like to see it.
I think there's also, you know, a matter of the safety issue. Like you brought up having a woman in the locker room, and that can pose like a separate set of issues also, because if she's the lone woman in this locker room, does she get a separate locker room? Is she in the locker room with all of these guys? Like,
it would have to be a separate locker room.
Where is the line for, you know, like sexual misconduct and things like that? I mean, you throw this lone woman in a place where she's the only woman in this locker room full of men. Where, I mean, if you ever played sports, you ever been in the locker room, we'd be naked in there. I mean, athletes don't be wearing shit in there. When they change it, when they go through game time, you know, it can put her in a very uncomfortable situation. And like I said, I think there's a difference between men and women. And one of the things as men we have been designated to do on this earth is to protect the women of this earth. And I think that, you know, there would just be a lot of other steps necessary to make sure that she's protected. There will be a lot that needs to be done to make sure that she can travel, make sure that she can prepare for the games safely without having to worry about, you know, somebody looking at her, touching her, grabbing her, or anything inappropriate. She should feel as safe in that locker room as everybody else. So do you have any, what are the deal breakers in your relationship? Like before your relationship, what are the things that would prevent you from dating somebody? What are the things that you see where you're just like, nah, I'm not trying to do this with you?
I think it depends on the personality. Like, there's a lot of personality traits that I particularly wouldn't go for or don't find attractive. And for starters, that loudmouth type person that wants to make their presence known in the room, I don't find that attractive. But I think for me, it's that.
You like quiet women.
It's not about being quiet, but it's a difference between making your presence known and really making your presence known by walking in. Like, I don't need to hear, or the people down the room on the other side of the room don't need to hear you laughing, or don't need to hear what you find funny on TikTok or some shit. Like, it's annoying. Like, I don't find that attractive. I think if you walk around thinking that your shit don't stink It's for a male. We don't look at it and be like, oh, that's a confident woman. We look at it like that's a fucking stuck up woman that I would want nothing to do with. I think for a woman, it's a little bit different because they'd be like, oh, look, that man, he has so much confidence and he exerts confidence when he talks and this and that. But for a male looking at a female, we look at it like, oh, fuck. Like, what she think? That her shit don't stink? Like, you got a pussy just like the next girl. Like,
what about like after you started dating somebody? Like, is there anything is there anything that'll automatically like put you off where you just like, all right, I'm done?
I think it depends on the progression of things, right? Like if you start dating with somebody, you obviously have gotten to a point where you guys know each other to an extent that you're comfortable enough to put a title on things, but you're still getting to know each other. You're still learning each other. It's a learning process on a daily basis.
I was having a conversation earlier. Me and my wife were having a discussion.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that it is cheating for a person in a relationship to comment to one of their friends or to another person that they look beautiful or handsome? For example, let's say that you have a Facebook friend that posts a picture of them in a dress, or they're just out taking pictures, but it's a really great picture. They look really photogenic, they look really nice, they look beautiful. Is it cheating if you're in a relationship and you tell that person, hey, you look beautiful, nice picture, you look beautiful?
If I'll be honest, right? Like, I particularly am not fond of my partner telling another male, you look so handsome today. Same way I would expect or anticipate the fact that she wouldn't want me to go ahead and tell another female, oh, you look so beautiful today. You look gorgeous today. Because it's just opening a door for a possibility. Same way, I think that emojis nowadays play a large role in these aspects as well, because it's like there's a difference between liking a picture as opposed to sending a heart eyes to a picture. Like, Instagram has that feature where if it's a nice picture and you want to like the picture, obviously you heart the picture and it'll just show as a like.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you're responding to it, which is sending them a message and you're sending them heart eyes, like, I feel like you're just opening the door, and that's flirtation to an extent. I feel like if a person sends you a message on a friendly level and they're sending you a smiley face or just like a hug emoji and you respond with a bunch of kissy faces and you're in a relationship, then that's disrespectful to your partner, which comes off as flirtation as well.
So
So
is it
I
flirting
think
if
it's
you
about
tell a girl that she looks beautiful?
respecting. I think so. I think so, because how is that woman going to take it? What is your relationship with this individual? Is this something that you were saying to her prior to you being in a relationship, or is it just this one particular day, years into your relationship, you decided to tell
Yeah,
this female, hey, you look beautiful today?
it's a very specific situation where a picture is posted and you respond to the picture with you look beautiful or you look handsome. They're a little bit dressed up, or they're more dressed than usual, or they did their makeup a certain way, or their hair is a certain way, or something like that. You know this person, you see the picture, and you respond with you look handsome or you look beautiful or something like that. Is that cheating?
Okay. Now you respond that to the picture, or you state that for the picture. Now they respond, oh, thank you so much, handsome, or thank you so much, sweetie. Yeah, it is cheating regardless, because if you think about the interaction, like if this is somebody that she spends more of her time with, it's because, let's say, it's a coworker or something of that nature, and you aren't witness to the relationship they have or the type of interactions that they have, but you bear witness to the fact that she calls him handsome on one particular day or multiple days, whatever the case may be. Are you really going to be okay with that?
Yeah, for me, I feel like my wife being out in the world regularly, being someone who contributes to society by having a job and paying her taxes, I'm sure she comes across multiple people a day that she finds handsome. I see women all the time that I think are beautiful. I see attractive women all the time. I'm not going to disrespect my marriage by coming and telling them, "Oh, you're so attractive." But I feel
But
like
that's
if it's
but
somebody that
that's the
I
point.
know, if it's somebody that I know, where you know what my situation is and you know I'm not about to do nothing, I feel like I should be able to tell you that you're beautiful without it
But
being a
that's
thing.
but that's the point. You just literally said it right now. If you are in a situation, even though you see attractive people out all the time, which is true, yes, you're going to see attractive people all the time. But if you are in a situation where you're in a relationship, you're not going to disrespect your relationship by going up to somebody that you don't know and calling her beautiful or acknowledging the fact that she's beautiful in your eyes. But just
Yeah,
because you
somebody I don't
know
know, that would be weird.
But just because you know the person or have a little bit more interaction with that person than you did with the woman that you saw in the coffee shop, it's okay. What makes it okay for you to go ahead and tell that individual on one particular day, oh my God, you look so handsome today, or you look so beautiful today, and it still be okay without disrespecting your relationship?
Because I feel like beautiful is a term of endearment. I can tell my mom that she's beautiful, and that doesn't mean I want to see her naked. Babies are beautiful. Like beautiful is I feel like people are too quick to be insecure. And maybe I'm just too secure. Maybe I just feel like I'm bulletproof and that nothing bad can ever happen.
I think so. Based
But
on any conversation we've had in life, I believe so.
but I just feel like you should be able to tell people that they're beautiful without it being a big deal. Or your girl, your significant other should be able to say that somebody's handsome without you flipping your shit. To me, that's the equivalent of, "Oh, you smell nice. What's
But
that you
it
have
depends.
on?"
Again, it depends on how it's said and the intention behind it. Like if she goes ahead and says, "Oh, you look nice today. Oh, I like that shirt,"
What's the difference
with
between that
no
and "you look handsome"?
let's see, the reaction, the way it's said, or the joke behind it, or the googly eyes, or the smirk, or the this, the that, it opens the
However,
door.
however she say it don't control what his reaction is going to be. Now, how she responds to his reaction is where I would be concerned. Because if he come on some, "Oh, you think I look good? Well, maybe we should," and she do anything outside of, "No, I'm married, get the fuck out of here with that," then we have a problem. But if she wants to cheat, go cheat. There's nothing I can do that's going to stop you from cheating. But you putting him in a very very bad situation. Because I'm not going to do nothing to you. I don't hit women. I don't verbally assault women. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to throw nothing at you. None of that. But the situation you putting him in, I'm going to fuck him up. And not just him. I might burn his house down. I might beat up his little brother. I might kick his kids. I might elbow drop his grandfather.
Let's open up that question to the viewers.
I'm going to
Leave
steal
a
his
comment.
fucking bird.
Leave a comment down below. If you are in a relationship and your significant other tells another person of the opposite gender that they are either handsome or beautiful on one particular day, is that cheating? So before we wrap, is there anything that you want to share? Anything on your mind?
Yeah, just a little shout out to all the girls whose names end in I's instead of Y's. Thank you for your contribution. I'm not going to say out loud what it is that you do, but you know who you are. You know what you've done. And I appreciate you being that rock for us. So, thank you. Thank you for that. Shout out to y'all. Just all of them. Yeah, yeah. Great bunch. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
To end shit off, right? If you work as a security guard at a Samsung store, does that make you a guardian of the galaxy?
At the Samsung store?
Yeah. You know their phones are named galaxies.
Okay. That's pretty clever. That's a nice joke. That's a nice joke.
And
I'm
on that note,
I'm gonna tell people you flirting with me.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
don't joke
this
with
has
me
been
like that.
the Ant and CJ. Please go ahead and subscribe, support us. We got a lot of good things coming soon. Thanks for checking out this episode. This is Ant and CJ. We are out.
My niece said I look like a mad scientist. Look at this.
God damn. Yo, you gotta shape that hair out, bro.
I'm letting it grow. I like the homeless look.